What's up, y'all? Yeah, I'm sitting here this time. I'm ready for this to be done. I know y'all sick of watching us roll on the screen, so I'm a bit tired now. So, first and foremost, since this is my last video, let me thank all of you sponsors, all of you people who bought tickets to see us talk about issues of the families and the community. Let me thank all of the donators and what they call. See, I be doing this all the time. My mind just go blank. That's how tired I am. I'm old. Anyway, all of y'all people who want to sponsor some people and investors. We were told to say on our last video whether we want investors or not, and I would be the first person to probably tell you this. If you would like to sponsor the Baby Whisperer movement, we are glad to take it on. If you think you're getting a part of my company, that's another thing coming. There are two of us. Two is enough. We can go in two different directions. This is my baby, and y'all know how I am about kids and my kids, and I am not letting somebody else in to tell me to change myself. Some of y'all might get upset that I say this, but if you want to sponsor us and you want to send us to do something, we can do that. But if you want to take me over to change me to fit in a box, that's why my other nickname is Taz. That's not going to happen. I am the way I am. I come original. I come real. And this is why a lot of parents and people ask for my help. Texas has been, y'all been saying, y'all love me down there. I only went to Texas once and I didn't like it. But that's not the point. That was also like 10 years ago. But if you guys want me to come and do a conference or to do, what is it called? A Zoom conference. If you guys want to get a hold of us, we will be happy to do it. But the schedule will start in January. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is because I've had a lot of people throw things at me. And, you know, the amounts are great. But this ain't about money. Because you can sponsor something that'll never help a person and what was worth the money. Which, of course, everybody leaves me with the hard one. So parents, so educators, sponsors, and investors. Let's talk about values. Family values have been taken out of parenting since 1994. This is statistics, so have a swizzle with me because it's my last one. So if those of y'all go to my Patreon page, will be put up tomorrow. You guys can donate to the Baby Whisperer movement there. And whoever asks, are we going to auction each other off for dating? No. There's no human trafficking here. We fight against it. Anyway, family values. So, let's go back. So in 1994, I believe the president was Bill Clinton. Was that the president? Anyway, one of them people, they all the same to me. He believed that it was a good idea to put the government into the middle of families. That's in 1994. That means that if you went to jail, if you were arrested, if both parents were taken out the house, then you would automatically go in the system and not to a family member's house. If you were lucky, you would go to a grandparent or an aunt. Then in 1996, they decided to give fathers rights. In doing so, they decided that whether that was the father that was genetically claimed to the child, which means they did a DNA test, you would still have to pay child support from when the time the child was born. They would ultimately give you the money back, which we know never happens. Then in 2000, they decided that if CPS has ever went into your household, then CPS will continue if you have more children. Then, in 2001, we had a great tragedy hit us all. And George Bush put in a law who said no child left behind, and then left every child behind. Y'all gonna get upset when I say this. Then Mr. Obama came into play. We were reeling off for terrorism and Taliban's educational purposes, people, just in case while she's living. Then we came in and we said that any child who was not born in the United States will become a citizen, but your parents will be sent back. which makes no damn sense. And then in 2009, we saw kids disappear. In 2009, they also went on to the reservations, that's the Indian ones, and they decided that they were going to take kids that they saw was living in a poor condition. Then they decided that if you were homeless in 2017, if you were homeless, then you could not have your child or your children. And then now we're at 2023. And they're telling parents that your cultures that you have and you come over with, you're not supposed to teach your kids that. You're supposed to teach your kids the American culture. What is the American culture? The American culture is built off, y'all know what I'm about to say. It's a melting pot. I'm going to do it the nice way. So they said the strength of families is what's going to hold America together. Where is it? So politically, which I hate, they have changed the family dynamic. Because if a mom gets food stamps now, she can't have the father in the house, or she will be cut off for feeding her children. If a mom has Medicaid, Medicare, whatever they call it, HMOs, and she works, then she would have to pay a copay, even though she's making less than minimum wage or minimum wage. If the father or the mother, whoever's not in the house with the kids, if they have the kids now more than 4 days, then they both can receive food stamps in both houses, regardless of the fact if the kids are mainly with one parent. And some of y'all don't know this. Coming up next year, they're saying if you had a one-night stand and had a baby, then you automatically need CPS and parenting classes. Where are we family strong anymore? See, parents are getting their rights taken away slow by slow. And since some of y'all gonna fuss, now down in certain places like Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, if you are a two-gender family, then now you must take parenting classes to be able to teach the kids the right way of thinking. Where am I getting at, Baby Whisper? Where's the family? Because in this day and age, if you have one parent at home and you are privileged to have that, then you are what they call privileged family. And if you have two parents that have to work, then you are disadvantaged about the fact that your kids don't have one parent all the time. Yet, our price of living is going up. Our food is at a crisis. And my God, if you try to pay for school or any kind of things to educate your children, you're going to be broke. But we family strong. It is okay for some of these parents to dismantle a mother, dismiss a father, yet we family strong. So I think the key element here is there's an illusion that they want to not be in your house, but there is a reality that the government is starting to mandate what we can and cannot do. There's an illusion that you know what your children are learning. The reality is that if we have these new age teachers who are in your classroom, and sometimes now you have people with the mindset of hate that are teaching your children, the reality is we don't even know what's going on in schools. There is an illusion that your child should grow up with a childhood, yet there's a reality that our kids are growing up too damn fast. There's an illusion that they have community centers built for all kids and they have activities for all kids. Within reality, those activities are strictly for certain people. Well, Baby Whisper, you went straight off your outline. Because here's the reality, people. Your cultures and your family strong has been broken down by many people. There are people that's supposed to be helping you, yet there are also people who are dismantling families and putting your parents down. Yet your kids are taught that you are being lazy and not helping yourself and you're not self-sufficient. Yet our kids are taught that the computer is their friend and AI will teach them everything. But they don't know anything. If you look at our statistics versus somebody else's country, including the ones they call third world, I can tell you this: the parents still have control. Should some of you be parents? Hell no, you shouldn't. Yet they allow you to keep having babies and keep downgrading you because they're making money off of you. But where's the family strong? You tell me, where's the family strong? See, cultures have been downgraded so many times. No one's having an honest conversation. No one's educating each other. Everybody's trying to step to be the dominant person. Yet, in reality, all of our children are in the same boat. What happened to the days where the mother can take a half-time job and be there when the daddy needs the food and the kids need the food? What happened to the days when your kids came first? What happened to the days when you can take your kids out to McDonald's? Because there are some teachers that cannot afford it. I'm going to sip on that one. Sorry. What happened to those days? What does family mean? How many of y'all can answer that? What is family? In 1982, family was defined by one definition. In 2023, family is defined by 17 definitions. In counting. Am I joking the changing of times? No. Am I taking a pick at the people who believe that we are evolving? Yes. Because if you look at the family, every family has a dysfunction in it. There's no longer that strong base of community, culture, and parenting. See, a family, they say, an original family has a mother, a father, and kids. With the grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins. Let's just say this. Divorce has happened a lot more. They have glorified divorce. They have dismantled divorce. They have ridiculed divorce. Yet now we have this thing where they call it's a cult. If y'all all get together and say y'all want to believe this and family strong. Yet it's okay for us to go and tell kids that you are destined to be on welfare. And it's okay to tell kids that, your families were worker bees, so you're always going to be one. And it's okay to tell kids that this is not your privilege. But it's not okay to keep a mother, father, kids, aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandmother and grandfather. Yes, it's not okay for families and cultures to get up and teach each other. Baby Whisperer, where are you getting at this? When are you going to stand up for your family and keep your family in the tradition that they're supposed to be in? When are you going to tell your kids what their actual history is and not let them naysay what they're taught? When are you going to jump inside of what your kids' education is and the community? When is the community going to get together and say, we don't want this, get it the hell out? When are we going to start calling people out and saying, y'all built these apartments and took down low-income housing. These apartments are twice the rent. When are we going to stop taking over downtowns of places? In Virginia, I'm picking right at you, and you, so is you, Texas, Alabama, Arizona, California, Washington, Nevada, New York. I'm so sad about New York. Maine, Rhode Island, Chicago. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. They are taking over history, places, and streets, renaming them as a mockery and taking them over. If you're not a part of that culture, you cannot speak. That goes for whether you are in the black, white, Asian, Spanish, or Native community. You cannot speak. And let's not even talk about the natives. They going in places the natives say is not places for y'all to go into, and y'all opening up Pandora's box. But yet, that's a part of our history. No, it ain't. When are you going to tell the truth? I got a question. When is the United States going to take accountability and teach these kids the real damn history? Y'all want to talk about family strong? When are you going to start telling these kids the truth? Because right now we are making this illusion that this is what this can be. And they are changing everything. Everything. How many of y'all kids can write a check without looking at Google? How many of y'all kids can balance their own books for their accounts without looking at online banking? How many of y'all kids can write what they call Dick and Jane letter without worrying about an email? How many of y'all kids can walk around and know what giving and volunteering is? I wait. Y'all want to talk about family strong? Let's talk about this. In order for families to be strong, the community got to be right. The people have to have education, and the people have to have what they call pride in where you came from. Because none of us have pride for where we came from. I do. My kids know all their history. They know their Irish history, their Native history, their West Indian history, and the truth about America. See, other people teach why we are so privileged. And then they come into our households from other countries and say, y'all not privileged, y'all busy. For what? I got a question. How many of y'all sacrifice time with y'all kids to pay for that house that y'all ain't never in? You sleep there, you eat there, and you gone. Majority of the day. How many of us is working jobs that we don't even want to be at, but we got to pay. We got to pay for things that we don't even use all the time. How many of y'all driving the car more than your mortgage? See, we are focused on the wrong things. Culturally, we have changed to be the innovative culture. And when I say innovative, I don't mean the smarter. I mean the culture that can be persuaded the most. Where are you with your kids? Are you connected with the community and your kids? How many of us has a community center that's inside our community that works for all children? How many support the libraries? Y'all know that little building that got books? How many of y'all go and support that has volunteer and different stuff for kids to do? How many of y'all kids at these times that you working your ass off and you got them with nannies and everything else? There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just asking this question. How many of y'all teach y'all kids that giving back to the community and the people who are less fortunate, giving back to them is teaching them something? How many of y'all teach y'all kids that? How many of y'all bring little canned goods to the library, to the food bank? How many of y'all know what a food bank is so you can donate things to them? How many people go help the elderly in their community that help keep that community there, but yet they all by themselves? How many of y'all stop and help people that need help in your community? Because see, charity starts at home. And we talking about the families and the cultures. They have changed. They're not here anymore. They have did what they succeeded to do. They broke the families. There are no communities. How many of y'all care about where you live at? Because whether you live in the hood, in a cardboard box, in a rich neighborhood, in the apartment complex, the only people that give a damn about the safety and the care of those places is the people who live there. Your rental office don't care. They get their rent every month. The police don't care. They're going to come out there. Everybody going to get arrested. How many of y'all care about keeping families strong? Because if this is not a question that we ask y'all, all of y'all who are in the community, grandparents, where you at? Y'all tired of talking. That's where y'all at. Young people, are you listening? Because if you spraying bullets in your community when you know that that's disrespect to the community, but you doing it anyway, but you gangster, right? I think the problem is that a lot of us is tired and we get sick of talking. And while we sick of talking, we don't want to hear what y'all got to say because y'all combative, y'all disrespectful, and y'all don't care. And let's start here. How many of y'all can control your kids? Whether you go to work, whether you at home, how many of y'all can control y'all kids? What are you teaching your kids? Because this ghetto fabulous thing that everybody teaching our kids and this hoodwink thing, everybody teaching our... Have y'all seen the movie Hoodwink? It is a disrespect. If y'all never seen the movie Hoodwink, go find the 1994 version of Hoodwink. Where is our values? Where are we strong? Where? Tell me where. Why are we having this conversation? We're not even ready for this conversation. Give y'all examples of what? Y'all complain that y'all don't have playgrounds, yet the next day y'all got shootouts at the playground. Where did the respect of community go? What does it got to do with families? Because see, when a family can function in the community and the community is together and they're helping families run themselves, then the government has no business coming into your community. Why you think our parents didn't trust certain parts? When did we become gullible? When they started throwing money at us? I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what ground you stand on. If you look at the statistics, every single party has broken down family. And for some of y'all young guys who want to be a part of your kid's life and they tell you you don't have enough money, but at a point in time, helping raise your children is a part of parenting. So if a guy can be there and the girl got to go to work, why the guy can't be there and take care of the kids and pick up the kids and cook the food? Why does that make him less of a man? Because our priorities have changed. It's obey what they think is right. It's taking what they think is right. They shoving ideological things, y'all know I hate that word, down people's throats. But yet we family strong. Where? I'll wait. Where? Where are we family strong? Where have we taken back our communities? Where have we stood culturally and stopped putting the blame game? We all know that some cultures are downgraded and shut down. But if we are alive in our own communities, it don't matter what they bring at you. Everybody should get together. They'll eventually leave you alone. We still don't get that. Baby Whisper, what do you have to say about family values? There are no family values. There's no families. There's no community. There are none. We have forgotten. We are so busy trying to manipulate, be on top, stand on people's necks, be the best one. We have forgot about what it means. Now, this is my last one. That's what I got to say about it. Some of y'all was thinking I was going to break it down and everything else. There's nothing to break down. Culturally, we have no more cultures. We don't. We got our kids out here disrespecting our cultures. We got people out here that already want to be dominant on top, that's going against cultures. And now, you guys are forgetting about the one thing. United States is one of the states that a lot of people want to take over. We got movies about this person taking over and this person invading and everything else. I don't know if y'all remember, but every time a kind of soccer event happens, it seems to be on Hollywood first. They did a movie. Can't remember what the movie name is. But they did a movie about the breakdown of family. It was just chaos. And then what happened is they martialed law. First, they got rid of the fathers. They've been doing that for generations. Then they broke down the mother. Then they made the kids so out of control that they had to step in to help the mothers control the kids. If y'all don't see where I'm going with this. Then they were having all kinds of events. Incidences at malls, incidences in schools, incidences in church. Y'all seeing where I'm going here? See, the only how we going to be family strong and community strong is if we all stop, hold accountability, and get together and start helping each other. But how is that going to happen? Because in this day and age, if you got a big car and you got a big house and you better than where you came from, you are supposed to progress from where you came from, but you're not supposed to forget it. You built the park, so are kids even at the park? You built a community center. Can anybody be let in the community center? You help schools. Did it really get to the students? You give to social services. Is it hitting the people it needs to? See, once you do stuff these days, you forget. Because you just do it. And because you did it, where your credit at? No, that's not how this works. You did it. And you make sure you see it through. Execute it. Where's the responsibility, people? There's not one. But this is the Baby Whisperer, and I'm done with this conversation. So for all of y'all who've been listening to me, I hope you enjoyed my videos. There will be 2 of these videos put up on my social media, and there will be a series. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. Whisper if you hear me at gmail.com. If you really have something to say to me, y'all know how to DM me. Y'all want to join the Whispers? That's coming up soon. Make sure you join my TikTok page. That's how you can easily join the Whispers. My YouTube channel will be upgrading itself. That's what we're doing. Yes, we on Facebook. And for those of y'all who know, do not talk to me about Instagram. And I don't even know what a Snapchat is. So that's how old I am. If you all would like to join the Whispers, you can either email me at whisperithyouhearme.com, or you can join my TikTok page. DM me there and I'll show you the link where to get to it. Yes, we have There's No Stranger to Danger. All of you reacted to that. That book is on sale. It is in my TikTok bio link. Yes, we have the tip jar. If you guys want to tip us tonight, then go into my bio and on TikTok and hit the link. On Facebook, they have up what the links are. All you got to do is take out the https/ take it out, copy it, put it in your browser. It'll come up to our page. Communication book is out. And for those of y'all parents who be saying, where is my daycare due diligence? That is out as well. It is all on our social media pages. Am I going to put the books out so you guys can grab them and get them from a shop? I don't know yet. But Koji has all of my books. If you look up the Baby Whispherer Yvonne, you will find me. For those of you all who want one-on-one teaching, one-on-one answers, all you have to do is email us. Either email us on, if you have an education question, email me on imaginethaticn@gmail.com. If you have a family not related to education, email me on Whisper If You Hear Me. One word, Whisper If You Hear Me. You hear me say it all the time, @gmail.com. If you are looking for painting or if you're looking for assessments, whisperithyouhearme.com. It's the Baby Whisper and the movement. We thank you so much for having this opportunity to be in front of you educators and having this conversation. If you have anything to contact me, please contact me. We will get a hold of you within 24 to 48 hours. It's Yvonne, the Baby Whisperer Williams-Madden. I'm hailing in Virginia. Do I go out to other places? You have to pay for traveling costs, and I will appear. Ta-da! I hope you have a good evening. Hope you guys enjoy your meal. Thank you for having us on this panel. Whisper if you hear me.